What's up, Port St. Lucie? If you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about selling your house yourself. You're thinking, why would I pay a realtor? I can save that commission. I can do what they do. Well, you know what? You're right. You can. And today I'm going to show you exactly what it takes every step of the way. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just the raw, real truth about what it takes to sell your house for sale by owner right here in Port St. Lucie. Because by the end of this, you'll either feel one of two ways. Either you'll be pumped, ready to conquer the Port St. Lucie real estate market on your own, or you'll be reaching for your phone, ready to call in the pros. So stick around because this is going to be a masterclass in making a sale happen, or a masterclass in a whole lot of pain. Step one, pricing your home, the make or break moment. The first thing you need to do is become a market expert. You need to pull comparable sales, not just any sales, but recent sales, recent truly comparable sales within your immediate neighborhood. We're talking about square footage, number of beds and baths, lot size, upgrades, condition, and school districts. Then you need to adjust the price for every single one of those differences. A garage conversion in one house isn't the same as a screened-in patio in another. You need access to the MLS data, which you don't have. So you're going to be digging through a lot of public records, Zillow, Redfin, trying to piece together a puzzle with missing pieces. Here's the kicker. If you overprice your house, it'll sit. It'll become stale. Buyers will be wondering what's wrong with it. If you underprice, you leave tens of thousands of dollars on the table. How confident are you in valuing your single biggest asset with incomplete data? Because getting this wrong, well, that's immediate pain right there. Step two, preparing your home beyond just cleaning. All right, you've got a price. Now you need to make your home shine brighter than a supernova. This isn't just about cleaning. This means decluttering every single surface, depersonalizing, applying fresh paint, and landscaping that screams, welcome home. Minor repairs you've been putting off for years, that leaky faucet, that squeaky door, now's the time to fix them. In staging, you think staging is just rearranging furniture? Think again. It's about creating a aspirational lifestyle buyers can envision themselves living in. This often means renting furniture, hiring a professional stager, or spending weeks meticulously transforming every room. This is your first impression. Are you ready to invest the time, money, and sheer physical labor to make your home irresistible? Step three, marketing beyond the yard sign. Your house is priced, it's prepped. Now, how do you get eyeballs on it? Because a yard sign is just the beginning. You need professional photography, not an iPhone. Come on, man. You need more than iPhone pictures. You need high resolution, wide angle, perfectly lit photos that make your home look like it belongs in an architectural digest. And drone footage, virtual tours, Matterport, 3D walkthroughs. These are standard expectations now. Are you ready to invest hundreds, if not thousands, in a professional media package? Then, where do you put these stunning visuals? Zillow, Trulia? Yeah, they're a good start, but they'll be buried with the rest of the FSBO listings. You need a syndicate. You need listings, hundreds of websites. You need a compelling written description, highlights every feature and benefit of your home. You need social media campaigns, Facebook, Instagram, potentially even TikTok paid ads, open houses. Are you ready to spend your weekends hosting strangers, answering the same questions 50 times, and dealing with the tire kickers? Oh my goodness. Here's the brutal truth. If your listing isn't on the multiple listing service, the MLS, which only licensed realtors can access, you're missing out on 90% of qualified buyers who are working with agents. That's a huge disadvantage right there out the gate. You're essentially shooting into the void, the ether. Step 4, managing the inquiries, showings, your new full-time job. That's right, I said full-time job. The phone starts ringing, or it doesn't. But if it does, are you ready to answer calls 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, to pre-qualified buyers, to schedule showings at the moment's notice, to drop everything you're doing? So if somebody else wants to come to the house, you got to be ready to show right now. And think about the security implications. You're letting strangers into your home. Have you vetted them? Do you know if they're actually pre-approved for a loan, or are they just curious neighbors, or worse? This isn't just inconvenience. It's a significant time commitment and potential safety concern. And remember, every showing means your house needs to be spotless every single time. Step 5. Negotiations, the high stakes poker game. Yes, I like to play Texas Hold'em, folks. Okay, someone finally made an offer. Congratulations. Now the real fun begins, negotiation. This isn't just about price. It's about terms, closing dates, contingencies, inspections, contingencies, appraisals, contingencies, financing, contingencies. What about seller concessions? Ooh, they're going to ask for that. Do you know what's reasonable? Do you know how to counter offer effectively without alienating the buyer and pushing them away? A skilled negotiator can literally mean tens of thousands of dollars more in your pocket. And an unskilled one can leave you feeling fleeced, or worse, with no deal at all. How do you handle multiple offers? Do you know how to create a bidding war and drive the price up without overpressuring, overplaying your hand? This is where emotions can override logic. And this is where FSBOs get caught up. And that's usually a costly mistake for an amateur. You're negotiating against seasoned professionals here. The buyer's agent. Did you forget about that? Are you truly prepared for that battle? Are you? Step 6. The contract. Legal landmines are everywhere. The contract. This is a legally binding document that can span 10, 20, 30 pages, addendums, disclosures, Port St. Lucie specific regulations. Do you understand every single clause, every deadline, every potential pitfall that could cost you money or even lead to a lawsuit? You need a real estate attorney, baby. Absolutely. But you still need to understand what you're signing. What is the lead pay addendum? Disclosure, radon disclosures, flood zone disclosures for Port St. Lucie. Missing one simple disclosure can have catastrophic consequences down the line for you. Step 7, the gauntlet, inspections and appraisals. The contract is signed. You're almost there, right? Wrong. Now comes the inspection period. The buyer hires an inspector who will go through your house with a fine-tuned comb, finding every single flaw. Then they'll present you with a repair request. Do you know what you're legally obligated to fix? What you can reasonably refuse? How to negotiate these repairs without blowing up the deal? Then there's the appraisal itself. If your home does appraise or doesn't appraise, let's say it doesn't appraise for the agreed upon price, the buyer's loan might fall through. Do you know how to challenge an appraisal? How to provide comparable sales to the appraiser to support your price? The entire period is a roller coaster of stress, anxiety, and constant communication with inspectors, appraisers, lenders, attorneys, and buyers themselves. Yeah. Step number 8, closing. The final stretch, full of peril. You're almost there, but before you pop the champagne, there's title. Is your title clear? Are there any liens on your property? Any easements you don't know about? Unpaid taxes? Finally, closing. This is where all the documents are signed and funds are transferred. But it's also where last-minute issues can arise. Incorrect figures on the closing disclosure, missing documents, or unexpected fees. Being organized meticulously and understanding every line item, that closing statement is paramount. So there you have it. Port St. Lucie, if you're selling your home for sale by owner, it isn't impossible, but it is a full-time job. It requires expertise in pricing, marketing, negotiating, legal contracts, and an unwavering ability to manage stress and navigate complex situations. It demands countless hours of significant financial investment in marketing and in emotional fortitude to handle setback, because there will be setback. Are you still feeling pumped, or are you starting to feel that ache in your chest, that overwhelming sense of, how am I going to do all of this perfectly to get the highest price possible? Because here's the reality. In a market where even seasoned realtors are working tirelessly to get properties sold, trying to go at it alone can be an incredibly daunting, frustrating, and ultimately costly endeavor. You can do it, but at what price to your sanity, your time, and ultimately your bottom line? If you're looking for a great marketing system and a master negotiator so you can get the highest price possible, call Jonathan B.J. Hayes, your local Port St. Lucie realtor. All my information is in the description below. Call or text me for your confidential one-on-one consultation. You could do it yourself, or you could make one smart call and let me handle the pain. The choice is totally yours.